patient, Mr. Salecha, books and said you can have more books, the letter is there if you want. And these books are available various marketplaces. People are bound to buy, etc. That's right. Therefore, I'm requesting the people. That's right. That's right. The brothers asked, why am I repeating? Because all the arguments are mentioned here. These arguments, if it's not mentioned here, I wouldn't have repeated it.
I'll be able to. Please, I think your tempers must be calm. What Mr. Javeri said very correctly, book is written by somebody else. It is he who should try to defend the book. Mr. Javeri doesn't want to defend the book. So let us forget the book and ask all questions which are pertaining to the talk.
Correct, and I agree with it. I agree with it. Mr. Zaveri read from books. He didn't do a research. He read books which speaking against non-vegetarian. He read books and he presented the fact. Either I accept it or I say the fact is wrong. I can't say because I didn't read the book, no one can ask me questions. That's illogical. If you ask me any questions pertaining to non-veg food, I either say the book is false or I say that it's illogical or it's logical. Why do you have to get irritated? It's a book promoting vegetarianism. If someone gets me a book against Islam, I will say that book is false.
Excuse me, I don't allow a debate between the audience and the speaker. The audience just put the question. The speaker can only answer the question. Don't get involved. I will not allow Dr. Zakir, neither Mr. Zaveri to get involved in any debate with the audience. This is not a debate time for the audience. Kindly note. You can continue with the answer.
I'm going to start with the answer. You can start the timing also. If I'm going to be interrupted every time, I want to give a complete answer. I would request the chairperson not to be biased towards one person only. If they're interrupting my answer, I have to be given time. And sister raised an argument, which is there not only in this book, even in other books on internet. You go to the internet, the same argument is given. First thing is, that is milk veg or non-veg is a big question. There are vegetarians who say that milk is non-veg. This book. I'm not blaming the speaker. This book again says milk is non-veg. If you have milk, so many diseases. Other vegetarian foundations say no, we are lacto-vegetarian, we have milk. Whether milk is non-veg or veg. My simple question is, if you don't want to hurt the animals, when you milk the animal, it causes severe pain. You know, artificial milking of animal causes pain. You ask a breastfeeding woman, certain times she has problems and she has to extract milk artificially, it is so painful. So when you extract milk from the animal, it's painful. When you don't agree that animals are meant for food, how can you milk the animals, the cattle and the cow? It is so painful. It is nothing but robbing the animal. If you say the animal is not meant for food, and if you have the milk of that animal, you're robbing the milk which is meant for the offsprings, for the calves. And the example that was given, that a cow, on average, in a day gives 10 kgs of milk. Again, this book. If it's wrong, no problem. It's on the internet also. 10 kgs of milk in a day. In a month, 300 kgs. In a year, about 3,000 kg. Do you calculate milk in kgs? In liters. Why in kgs, I don't know. Ask the author. And then further it says that 3,000 kgs of milk, it will feed 6,000 people. So in full lifetime, it will feed 90,000 people at one time. And the cow, if you kill, only 1,000 people. Which is better? 90,000 or 1,000? Why are you killing the goose that's laying the golden egg daily? It's not a wise proposition. And I agree with that. But the point to be noted is that no milkman will ever give a milking cow to the slaughterhouse. No slaughterhouse will ever purchase a milking cow because a milking cow is multiple times more expensive than a cow which has passed its age of milking. In Bombay, it costs 20 to 25,000 rupees milking cow. An old cow which has crossed the milking age costs only 3 to 5,000 rupees. So, what we do, we non-vegetarians, the cattle, we look after it till the time it gives milk. After it starts giving milk, we slaughter it. We take all the eggs of the goose. When it stops laying, we slaughter the goose for its flesh. Saap bhi mare aur lathi bhi na tute. Two birds with one stone. We are more intelligent. Again, the argument giving Let's see, some animals, you can use them in field, etc. You can use them for plowing, for transportation. If you love the animals so much, why do you overload them? And furthermore, the Indian statistics tells us that out of the population of cows, oxen, and bull, only 25% are productive. The remaining 75% are unproductive, either past the age of milking or they are males, all done females, bulls, oxes. Now, what will you do with the 75% of excess, non-productive cow, goat, bulls, ox? One option, you rear them up yourself. An average bull or cow requires 18,000 a year for living, according to the statistics. Their statistics, not my statistics. 18,000 a year. So after they give milk, they live another 4 or 5 years. Which farmer will bear the burden of millions of cows every year, 18,000? Second option is give to Jivdaya organization. They leave it open, it enters the field, eats up the crop. Third option, leave them in the jungle, animal will kill them. The last option is best. After they reach the age of milking, utilize the milk, give it to slaughterhouses, it benefits the farmer, he gets some money, and even the animal benefits the human being by eating the meat of the animal, as well as his hide for leather, as well as the bones. Hope that answers the question.
Next question for Mr. Zaveri.
According to Kastur Chand Jain, in the marriage of the 22nd Tirthankar, Aras Nemi, popularly known as Neminath, meat of animals and birds was served, and both the bride and the bridegroom, according to Shastra, were Jains. Another incident was quoted that Chelna, a Jain Shravika who was the wife of Bhimsar Shrenik, a contemporary of Mahavir, was pregnant, and she had the desire to eat the heart of her husband. Bhimsar's eldest son, Abhay Kumar, instead gave her some meat of a dead animal, and Chelna, thinking it to be her husband's heart, ate it. I don't know how authentic is this article and whether what Kastur Chand said is true or false. What is its explanation? Please explain. I am referring to the article from the Caravan series, December 1981.
Thank you, sister. First of all, I will request the coordinator to only allow those questions coming out of my talk, not out of any other book or other references for which I am not responsible. But because I am a true Jain, I know definitely about the Jain history, about Neminath Tirthankar. Yes, it is true. That is why he propagated that the killing of, that is exactly why he renounced the world, that for my marriage, are you going to sacrifice all these innocent creatures? No, I don't want such a feast for me. And that is why he became a Jain Muni and ultimately a Tirthankar. So that is why I can say that all Jain Tirthankaras have absolutely, in absolute terms, have prohibited non-veg food. Thank you. And please restrict your questions to my talk only, not because it seems, I don't know, it seems that these books were given in all good faith, that they should understand our viewpoint. It seems that they are all distributed to those people and they are now asked to ask questions. I don't think that is fair. You can ask me any question from my talk. I will be very happy to say that. And I will request
any question can be asked on the topic. The thing is that whether it's in the talk or out
I
of
don't
the
mind,
talk
that is okay.
Not necessarily the
And another point I will tell
Any
Mr.
question on the
Coordinator
topic should
that Mr. Y.P. Trivedi and myself, we both have got other meetings, so we would like to conclude within 5 minutes.
What I would suggest, see, the time given to both the speakers to speak was 50 minutes. Then 15 minutes was for response. Then we would have a question answer session for 50 minutes. If any of the speakers would like to forfeit the time of not carrying on with the question session, if they have an emergency, I would excuse them, but I would continue the question answer session for 50 minutes because that has what been the chart given to me. I have to execute it like I had been told. Dr. Zakir cannot in his talk or response speak on any other religion. Forcefully got him not to speak on it. I'm telling you, forcefully I had to convince him you cannot touch anything else. I got him convinced because that was the request, his respect. Now what both speakers have agreed to, I have followed that. Anything which both speakers don't agree, I've thrown it out. Let me be very clear. We have said 50 minutes, we'll allow 50 minutes,